If I had to guess right now, I think the Eagles will probably make the NFC Championship game, probably against the 49ers again. And then on the AFC Championship side, I think it'll probably be Chiefs versus Bills. I'm still like, put it this way. I was between Bills or the Bengals taking on the Chiefs in the what you call it it's a championship game, and I just thought that I'm gonna give the Bills one more try, man, just because I know those guys are so close and like on the edge. So if I had to pick right now, give me Bills versus 49ers in the Super Bowl. But then again, we'll fine tune those predictions as the year goes on.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I think the NFC is so weak compared to the Hell in a Cell that the is known as the AFC. I think the Eagles are definitely going to be back in the dance. I think they're going to be in the NFC Championship game. And I also co-sign with the 49ers being in there. I just think the Eagles are going to go back to the dance. I think they'll be in the Super
Really?
Bowl. So I'm looking I'm looking at a Eagles Bills matchup as well too. And for all intents and purposes, like this is the last dance for the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion. Like
Mm-hmm.
if they don't punch through next season, like now you're going to start seeing that team get dismantled a little bit just because of the cap situation that they're going to be up against. And, is that coaching staff still going to be there if they have let's call it, for what it is, an abject failure like they had this season? So I think if they don't push through that, they don't get off that plateau and they get to the Super Bowl and ultimately win a championship, then I think there's going to be potentially some changes coming in Orchard Park. But give me the Eagles going back to the dance. Just the NFC is just so weak, and who knows?
Yeah.
Like I know Brock Purdy was a great story, but like is Lightning going to strike twice again next year
No,
with him? Like who
probably
knows?
not. Yeah, and you're spot on right with the Bills side of that house, man, because I do believe the Bills are probably a losing streak away from imploding. I mean, you started seeing some of
Hmm.
the cracks in the foundation this year in the playoff game against the Bengals, where Stephon Diggs is holding his hands up to Josh Allen, and a lot of excuse making came out of those exit interviews with the GM and the coaching staff. So, I think that team next year has to start off hot with the Buffalo Bills, and they've got to ride it through, man. And it's just sad because we're both Bills fans at this point. We both like Josh Allen, but the difference in level of play between Josh Allen and not even Mahomes, but even Burrow at this point is vast. Like you're starting to see, as great as Josh Allen is with his arm, like his turnovers are still some of the just some of the most dumbest plays I've ever seen. So we're hoping he can correct that. Now, if we had to open this up besides the usuals, right? Like the
Hmm.
Chargers and Justin Herbert, and if Lamar Jackson is happy and he's playing well with the new offensive coordinator and Todd Monken, we'll hit on Lamar Jackson later on. Do you see anybody else besides the big, 4 or 5 making it out there? Do you see a dark horse? Is there a Philadelphia-esque team this year? Because I know we all had Philadelphia doing well this year, but nobody thought they were going to go to the Super Bowl. Nobody thought Jalen Hurts was going to take this team to the Super Bowl, right? So is there a dark horse team out there in your mind that is kind of just right there at the heels trying to make it to that spot?
I'm gonna go down to Duval County. I'm gonna go to Jacksonville,
Oh,
man. Like
nice,
I'm gonna
nice.
go. I'm gonna go there because I feel like that was a very young roster, and I think they're going to figure out a way to get Evan Ingram back there. And he looked every part, throughout the season as the guy that the Giants took out of Ole Miss in the first round years ago in the draft. So and Trevor Lawrence got those, that playoff experience. He shook off the 4 interceptions and he led that massive comeback against the Chargers. And the division is weak as hell in the AFC South. And I'm saying that knowing that it's probably going to be Tannehill back there at quarterback again. And you have Mike Vrabel and Derrick Henry on his last leg. But I mean, I'll take my chances with, Jacksonville making some noise again and possibly going for a deep playoff run. Like I think they're going to win the AFC South. And would I be shocked if they maybe moved it past the division round? Not at all. And I think if that's the case, all bets are off. I think they could be the ultimate, underdog story in the AFC that
Yeah.
could make a deep playoff run.
How about this for a surprise?
Mhm.
Mac Jones and the Patriots in the
Oh,
Super
here
Bowl.
we go.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I just said to get triggered. I'm not that stupid. But